I had a different opening, but screw it. I was at the gym yesterday, and in between the bench press and the bicep curls, I met a man named Jeff. I believe that was his name. Anyway, we got to talking about fatherhood and his daughter and what it meant to him. In his eyes, I saw love, commitment, dedication, and a man who would endure long working hours to sacrifice his own comfort and endure any hardship to be the father she needed, and he would never complain about it. He got me thinking about fathers and how important they are to daughters growing up. So in the comments below, everyone, give him a shout out and thank him. This video is for you, Jeff, and all the other fathers out there who will relate and never get a thank you from the women in your lives. And now, on with the show. Welcome to my luxury coach ride straight to hell. I'm Magic, and this is Magic's Monologue. Today's video, Raising Daughters, 7 Reasons Why Females Need Strong Masculine Fathers. Take a seat, hit the mini bar in the back of the coach, grab a cold one. Let's get this party bus rolling down to the barge on the River Styx. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's come to the conclusion that the concept of the nuclear family and marriage is on the ropes. Divorce rates, single mother households, and toxic delusional feminism are all part of a greater equation to the current end result. From birth, women are handed their value, and men, we must earn ours. Women have been indoctrinated into this belief they are oppressed and what has become a gynocentric society. We now live in a world where there's toxic masculinity, and yet there's no acknowledgement of toxic femininity. What's that saying about women and accountability? In the media, men and maleness are demonized and degraded. Divorce and family law favor women, as 80% of divorces are initiated by women, and in more than half of the separations, it's the woman who cheated. Yet, the state will reward her for bad behavior by giving her custody, child support, alimony, and half of everything in many jurisdictions. It's women who are breaking up the family for reasons as simple as, I'm just not happy, or she thinks she can go out into the sexual marketplace and find a better deal. In today's feminist imperative society, men don't matter and we don't need a man. Oh, really? I won't get into the failure rate and social consequences of single mother households. That's another video. Today, I'm going to list 7 reasons why daughters need traditional, present, supportive, and involved masculine fathers. Men play a pivotal role in a female's development. 1. The protector. A man's role as a protector is deeply embedded in his primal evolutionary soul. He is the steadfast shield guarding his loved ones from credible threats, both physical and emotional. It is his job, through logical, not emotional processing, to discern the difference between real threats and created ones that serve other people's agendas. Women can be easily convinced of just about anything by playing on their emotions. This is why 58% of all advertising is aimed at women, since they then go and buy 80% of all goods and services. Men, it has always been our job to prioritize the safety and well-being of our family, making it our children feel secure, protected. Fatherhood is so many things, like teaching their kids to look both ways before crossing the street, comforting them during times of fear or stress. Men are meant to stand tall as guardians of the family peace and security, to be that unwavering presence, stability, reassurance, a safe haven in unpredictable times. 2, the provider. We are the hunters in hunter-gatherer. Men will put up with so much, including pain, humiliation, and danger, if it's what we must do to provide for our families. It's men who do the dangerous jobs that keep the lights on, the toilets flushing, the gas flowing, running into burning buildings or into harm's way so the rest of us can sleep peacefully at night. Such unwavering dedication to meeting the financial needs of a family is a true testament to the man's commitment, unwavering love, and determination to provide a stable environment. A good father's efforts not only provide material necessities, but also demonstrates the value of hard work, perseverance, and responsibility to their children. 3, fathers are the gold standard for future romantic relationships. As they get older, daughters frequently pick mates who have similar attributes to their father. This means that dads really do model what their daughters learn to expect from relationships. This influence happens in many ways. First, the way dad behaves towards their daughter and mother is key. They not only set boundaries, it is a man's job to enforce them. Respectful and supportive fathers, by doing this, are teaching their daughters what is acceptable and what to expect in their relationships. Daughters also see the way their fathers behave in their own romantic relationships with their mother. Good fathers teach their daughters about accountability and hold them to it. They understand they are the model which all men will be measured against. It is also their job to glower and intimidate that young man when he comes to the door, and to discern his character, to make sure he is not a Chad or Tyrone thundercock. Since every decent father knows where that will lead and how that will end. It's just too bad so many of you men have been beaten down, abused, crushed by the female imperative or the family courts. Either you no longer lead your families or you're emotionally absent. Perhaps you've given up. Maybe you're the product of a domineering mother and beta father, or a single mom, and you never stood a chance to learn how to be a father who leads his family. Oh, and if you're offended by what I just said, then don't be angry at me. That feeling which just hit you is your evolutionary man sense whispering to you, telling you to look in the mirror and not at me. Look yourself in the eye. Take ownership of it. Be accountable if it's true. Now stand up and take action where you can. 4. I said 4. Thank you. A father's love impacts confidence and acceptance. Fathers who provide praise, support, and love give their daughters the gift of confidence and high self-esteem. Daughters who have these traits grow into happy, successful adults. Even better, dads don't have to go to extraordinary lengths to make this happen. Simply being present, a consistent rock, encouraging, a good listener is often all a daughter needs to flourish. 5. Men typically encourage their daughters to take risks. Sometimes it's enjoying new foods, trying out for a new sport, teaching her how to change a tire, or even stand up to a bully. Daughters of functional fathers often get their courage and sense of adventure from him. Often telling their daughters that they are capable of doing almost anything is an empowering to them, and they do so. There's a difference when she climbs a tree and knows her father is below, waiting to catch her if she falls. Those of us who embrace our masculinity are the "I got you" by virtue of being there without having to say it. To a little girl's heart who grows into a woman, that is powerful. 6. Involved fathers influence academic performance. Girls with dads who are involved in their education often do better in school. If dads encourage their children to do well in school, many daughters become amazingly successful. Small acts such as helping with homework or encouraging daughters to take challenging courses can make a big difference. Dads who volunteer in schools demonstrate how important education is. 7. Fathers can influence daughters' body language. Sooner or later, most girls feel less than confident with their bodies. Dads aren't the only ones who influence the way their daughters view their own bodies, yet they play an important role. Not only do girls take in the way fathers speak to them about how they look, dads speaking respectfully about the way other people look as well. For some, body image issues will be a minor thing. Unfortunately, other young women with poor body image may isolate themselves socially, then fret over the way they look and lose confidence. In extreme cases, they may develop depression, anxiety, eating disorders, especially when there's no consistent positive male role model to be the rock of reality, that backstop to uncontrolled emotional spiraling. I have consistently said, young women learn how to relate to men and to set boundaries from the relationships they have with their father. She gets her man picker program from her mother, along with female relationship behavior patterns. It would be nearly impossible to overstate the importance of father-daughter relationships. Young women who have a positive relationship with their fathers achieve more and stand a better chance of choosing better relationship partners when they grow older. They have higher self-esteem, self-worth, and usually make better life choices. In the comments below, list other attributes masculine fathers create in their daughters. If you have a story to share or advice that you wish to ask, please send it to stories@magicsmonologue.com. And if it's good enough, I'll do a video so other people can learn from your situation. And of course, I'll keep your particulars anonymous. Please subscribe and help us reach our goal of 1,100 by December. Give me a thumbs up to help others see these videos and share them with someone who you think needs to see them. Until next time.